the song. Thoughts become action. Tell me what's happening. What's your mind wrapped in?
Yo, what's going on YouTube? Naseef here from Click, and today I'm going to be doing the head-to-head video on the Blu Vivo 5 and the Huawei Honor 5X. Now, you guys have been commenting so much on the Vivo videos and the Honor videos that, like, you know, which one's better, which one has this much, you know, this better, is that better, this blah blah blah. So I figured, you know what, I'm going to do a video. I'm going to go over, I guess, the main consumer points. I mean, like, people don't care about numbers, specs, and all that stuff. Only, like, you know, tech heads and whatnot really care about that stuff. I care more about how it runs in real life, how everything, you know, as day-to-day usage goes, how well each phone runs. So, first things first, I'm going to talk about the fingerprint scanner. Notice how I only said scanner, not scanners. So, the Huawei, you win that, you know. Fingerprint scanner, I mean, it's not a must, but definitely, you know, faster than having to press a button, unlock the phone, or, you know, double tap to unlock the phone. You're already in the phone with the fingerprint scanner, and, you know, it's much more convenient. So Huawei, you win that one. Screen. Now guys, the screens, I gotta say, even though this one's a 720p panel, just because it's AMOLED, guys, it just looks that much better. I gotta tell you, in person, you really don't notice the difference between 1080 and 720 between these phones. I gotta tell you, in all honesty, kick the brightness a little bit on there. And while we're talking about brightness, if I can find the honors, oh my goodness. And we'll talk about software bugs after. So I'll turn the auto brightness off, give you full brightness on the Honor, full brightness on the Vivo. And I don't know, to me the Vivo looks to be a tad bit brighter, and as you guys can see here, I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but the colors on the Vivo just pop that much more. And I gotta say, the display on the Vivo I do think is much better. And the thing is, because it's 720p, that brings me to battery stats. Now, I've used both of these phones, you know, gaming, daily driver, YouTubing, whatever. The Blu Vivo 5 sometimes gets me almost 7 hours of screen. 7 hours, let that sink in. 7 hours of screen on time. Let's see if I have any battery stats here. Power management, screen time. Alright, so we're at an hour 45. Doesn't reflect my 7 hours, but this has been, you know, without the SIM card, and I've been testing it and whatnot, playing around with it. So I gotta tell you guys, in all honesty, 7 hours of screen on time. Now that's me being very power saving mode. Low brightness animations are, you know, not on full drive. You know what I'm saying? So I guess in normal day-to-day use, probably about 5.5 hours screen on time on this. This one gets about 4 hours with battery save mode, like my version of battery save mode. And I gotta say, guys, the Vivo battery, even I believe the Vivo battery is smaller. Don't quote me on that. I'm not 100% sure. As I said, I don't really care much about numbers. The Vivo battery is smaller, and it does run, like, because it is a 720p panel and it is AMOLED, all the blocks and stuff. It's just like the battery is just fantastic. Can't start to tell you guys how well the battery has been for me. In terms of software, as you guys can see here, there's not really any point in talking about it, is there? Like, look at the difference here in, you know, pressing. Let's open up the settings app on each phone. Like, guys, I gotta say, like, I'm very disappointed in the Honor. Let's clear all the apps here. Did I even clear all the apps on the Honor? See, I didn't clear all the apps. So I gotta flick up to clear all the apps. There you go. So I'm gonna open up the settings app here, and we'll see which one takes longer. This is about the same. Clock app, the Vivo won that one, and we'll open up the app drawer. Oh, look at that lag on the Honor. So it's like, the Honor has, like, it has parts of the software where it's like bullet fast, and then there's parts like, you know, opening the launcher, or opening the app drawer, loading up the camera, a little bit longer than I would want it to for the price. You know, opening up messages, very much longer than I wanted to. Opening up contacts, very much longer. Phone, you know, it's just stupid how long it takes. And then the Vivo, just instant, basically. Everything's loading instantly. No issues with loading and whatnot on the Vivo. The one app I like to do is a YouTube, and I get to see which one loads up fast. Both about the same there. But yeah, I mean, the Honor, you guys, if you guys watch the Honor, I guess, review of Lollipop, you guys will know what I'm talking about in terms of software stutters and glitches and just the stupid small things that just annoy me to the point where I hate using the phone. In terms of camera, the Honor does take the edge here. It does have a better camera, in my opinion. Anyway, we'll see if I have anything. Have my unboxing knife here, so we'll take a picture on the Vivo. Autofocus that. Take a picture in the Honor. Take a look at that. All right. So we're into the gallery here. I may have taken the picture with the Honor sideways, but I'll live with it there. Actually, no. Yeah, the Honor definitely has a better camera here. The Vivo, again, because of the screen, the colors pop a little bit more, but the camera, I guess, accuracy is better on the Honor. And like, obviously the Honor, I believe, has more pixels, so megapixels, so you can zoom in a little bit further. But get the knife out of here. In terms of in-hand feel, now I mean, for me, there's hands down the Vivo feels 100,000 times better. The Honor, honestly, the Honor feels like a Nexus 5, like a glorified Nexus 5. Actually, you know what the Honor feels like? Feels like a metal metal Motorola, which is not a very great thing to say. Meanwhile, the Vivo feels like an iPhone, which is like, for three, you guys got to keep in mind, both of these cost me about $300. $300 because it is Canadian. I am in Canada, so that's why it costs that much. Yeah, the Honor feels like an iPhone, or the Vivo feels like an iPhone. The Honor feels like, in comparison to the Vivo, feels like a toy. I'll just be straight up and honest with you guys. In terms of the way the phones are built, the Honor looks like an HTC. In my opinion, it looks like an HTC. Was it the 1M7? I believe this is the 1M7 that had this kind of design, and the finger minus the fingerprint scanner, obviously, and the blue obviously looks like an iPhone. Now I do have a skin on here, but the back of the skin is all underneath the skin is all aluminum, so it's a nice look. What else did I want to talk about here? As I demonstrate by the fingerprint scanners better. Speakers, the Vivo has that. As you guys can see here, 12:30 at night. Take my word for it, the speakers on the Vivo are better. The Honor sounds muffled, doesn't get as loud. So the Vivo is definitely louder. Even though both phones are very tinny, this one sounds better. The Vivo sounds like much better. There's no comparison between that in terms of OS. Now, let's see what these phones are running. I don't even remember. So the Honor is definitely running 5.1.1, and let me check for an update. Honestly, why don't we just check for an update on both while we're here. All right, so no updates. So they're both running Lollipop, and the Vivo feels like some crazy let me just load up the things here so you guys can see it's Lollipop. So it is Lollipop, and if the Vivo feels like this, even though it is mildly skinned, so you have the same skin here as the Blue Pure XL, maybe a little bit more updated because of this the control center knockoff thing here. The Vivo feels much more. I'm trying to think of the word. It feels much more refined. The Honor feels like they kind of just, oh look, this is our first version of the skin. We're just gonna send it out and not update the phone after that. That's what it feels like. Even though they have updated the phone a few times, and there haven't been any, they haven't just not done a Samsung where they just don't update their phones and whatnot for months. They do update it. It's just the software still feels unrefined, and the Vivo feels much more refined. So there's that to note if you guys were wondering. Gaming performance, I haven't really gamed on the Honor, so I can't really tell you for sure, but just based off of my usage, I can assume that the Honor is not going to handle games very well. As you can see here, MKX is loaded up on the Vivo. It runs perfectly fine. There's no stutter. There's no insane loading times. Loading times are fairly, I guess, decent for the, I think it's a MediaTek processor, but it is an octa-core, so keep that in mind. This one is a quad-core, I believe. So I don't know, I have to still test the gaming performance on this one, but again, in terms of specs and whatnot, I do believe the Vivo takes the edge, even though we don't want to talk too much about specs here. So what else did I want to talk about? I think I pretty much hit it all. Selfie cameras, if you guys were interested, I don't take selfies, so I can't really tell you. They both, all selfie cameras on these kind of phones look the same. Like this, the Pure XL, the iPhone, they all look the same to me, because I don't really take selfies, and the odd time that I do, or the odd time that I use the front camera, they all look the same to me. So the only differences that I can see is in the back cameras. I think I pretty much hit everything. We're coming up to 10 minutes now in the video, And yeah, guys, if I were to give you a quick, like, you know what? Oh, if you ask me, hey, which phone's better? For the price, guys, this is the one to pick up. This is my final. It's still in the shot. Get out of here, Honor. This is the phone to pick up, the Vivo 5. It may not be like, you know, it may not have everything you're looking for, but in terms of overall phone, like how much phone you're getting for the price and how well it runs and all the specs and everything, if you're interested in that, like, guys, the Vivo, you just can't be. This is the best budget phone on the market, in my opinion, anyway. Obviously, all of this is very opinionated, but again, guys, if you were wondering if you wanted my opinion on it, which a lot of you guys have, you kept asking questions, and you know, I tried to answer them as best as I could in the comment sections and stuff. I'll bring the honor back. Doesn't have much honor left after I completely dishonored it. But yeah, guys, in terms of just overall performance, and so you didn't get USB Type C with the Vivo 5. I mean, I had my, you know, issues with it, but I've grown to kind of just learn to use it. And in terms of just charging and transferring files and stuff, it's just fantastic. Quick charge on this thing is great. But yeah, guys, if I had to recommend again, Vivo 5 for sure. If you still want to pick up the Honor, don't use it as your daily driver. If you're like one of us where you kind of just have like 7,000 phones or whatever just lying around, use this as, I guess, your backup phone. Like, where's my backup phone? My backup phone is my Vivo Air LT. I don't have it. It's under this pile of cases and stuff here. My backup phone is the Vivo Air LT. So if all of my phones decide, oh, we're all going to crash at the same time, and I'm in a situation where I can't use them or I need to get access to a phone quick, I pop my SIM into my Vivo Air LT and I'm good to go. This would be my super backup phone. Like, I don't know, guys. Like, I don't know. I don't like the Honor. Like, I like the Honor, but I don't like its love-hate relationship. But I will, when again, like I said in the update video, the review video on this one, I will do another video when Marshmallow comes out, if it ever comes out, and I'll probably do another Marshmallow video for the Vivo 5 as well, if it comes out for it, which it is supposed to soon. I mean, Blue's not that great with keeping their phones up to date and whatnot, so we'll see how that goes. Anyways, guys, I hope I covered everything in this quick video, or, you know, quick video. I tried to make it. It's 12 minutes now. So you guys, if you're still sticking around to watch the video, thank you guys so much. I really hope that I covered everything for you guys. If not, if I still missed anything, if you guys still have any, you know, maybe questions or anything, definitely drop them in the comment section down below. This is one video where I will be focusing on comments like no tomorrow, because I know people are going to still have questions, and there probably is stuff that I missed. It's 12:30 at night. Brain's not working as well as it should. When is it ever? So guys, thanks again for watching. Feel free to drop a like on the video if you liked it. If you like the content on the channel, please feel free to drop a subscription. Definitely helps us out. The subscriptions, comments, likes, everything's have been fantastic. Thank you guys so much. If you know anyone who was interested in, you know, this kind of the duel between the budget smartphones, feel free to drop them a link to this video. I hope I covered everything that I guess your average consumer or your, you know, typical consumer would look at. So again, guys, thanks a lot for watching. If you have any comments or anything like that, drop them in the comment section down below. Definitely I'll help you out. So guys, this has been Nasif from Click, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. I'm out. Peace.